Earlier this year, Nintendo released a new Mario game called Bowser's Fury, which, according to the majority of people, is apparently a real good game. Full disclosure, I haven't played it yet because it's glued to Mario 3D World, which is a full-priced game that I don't particularly care about. I realize that's sacrilege because, for reasons beyond my chimp brain powers of comprehension, 3D World is often touted as one of the greatest Mario games ever made. As some of you may have picked up on though, I've always loved the more open and non-linearly designed Mario games way more, which is why Bowser's Fury has remained on my radar. This is a completely non-linear, seamless kind of open world Mario experience that everybody seems to love to death, and I am dying to play it. Unfortunately, the requirement to spend $90 Canadian on Mario 3D World, which is a game that originally came out 8 fucking years ago on the Wii U, is an unfortunate deterrent as of now. So until I get 2 million subscribers and I start getting sponsorships from every company that produces green tea, I'm gonna have to wait for that. The reason I've gone on this detour about Bowser's Fury is because today's hack, Mario's Vacation Course, appears to be trying to do what Bowser's Fury did. As to how accurate it is to Bowser's Fury, obviously I can't say, but what I can say is that Mario's Vacation Course is an incredibly brief burst of ROM hacking perfection. Mario's Vacation Course takes place on a resort island where Mario is having a relaxing vacation to escape the winter. I never really understood why people fly to hotter countries during winter. I like drinking boiling ass coffee indoors while looking out at the snow, but then again, I am Canadino, so I guess we're just built different. Anyways, Mario has been vacationing for so long that he actually got very out of shape and forgot all of his moves. Look at this fat bastard, he can't even jump 3 inches high to get a star that's not even a foot above his head. It's so sad. What a loser. This might sound nonsensical, but fortunately this sign here reminds us that the story does in fact totally make sense, so obviously it's just me who's an idiot. Now with next to no mobility, Mario must collect power stars to slowly get all of his moves back. The premise is definitely very funny and ridiculous, but the way it translates into gameplay is actually very engaging. Mario is a useless fat ass who is now tasked with slowly getting his moves back so he can become super again. So yes, Mario's Vacation Course is a Metroidvania. This design makes for a lot of really intense and engaging moments where you have challenges that would typically be trivial in a game like Mario 64, but now that your movement is limited, it becomes a lot more scary and commands a lot more focus and attention from the player. It's kinda reminiscent of Captain Toad in that respect. Normally, you could probably just bypass this snowman fucker by doing a triple jump onto this platform from here and maneuvering the wall jump towards the platform. But since you don't have any of those moves yet, you have to just barely squeeze by with the regular jump, and suddenly this man becomes the devil. But as you get more stars, you begin to unlock the maneuvers that you once took for granted, and that opens up a Pandora's box of potential as you look around and start putting the pieces together. It's very exciting, very much like Metroid. Mario's Vacation Course is one big-ass level with several different subsections which all have their own different challenges prepared for the player. Very much the same way Bowser's Fury is designed. There are absolutely no low points or interruptions. There's no parts where you're running around a hub world desperately trying to figure out or remember where you've been and where you haven't, and racking your brain trying to figure out where the modders decided to hide the stupid ass cap switches. It's like they took the good part of the game and just made that the entire game, kinda like Star Fox 64 or Toby Fox Professional Skateboard Man. The only limit is your mobility, except you unlock moves pretty fast as long as you're playing well. Well, except he can't swim. Even though he's wearing swimming trunks, Mario somehow forgot how to swim, to the point that water is deadly to the touch. Thankfully, the island includes a surfboard which you can use to skate across the water. This thing is basically a reskinned version of the green shell from the vanilla game, but what's cool about it is that you don't have to instantaneously use it. Once you collect it, Mario carries it on his back until you activate it by pressing L. It's a very welcome change that would honestly be very nice if it were implemented in the base game. Honestly, every ROM hack should let you do this. The surfboard is a very good way of cutting down on travel time, which is one of the things that makes this game so special. One of the most impressive parts of this hack is the music. Typically, ROM hacks will have several remixes of songs from other games and media remade with the Mario 64 sound font, which sounds very great in its own right. But this one instead uses the actual original soundtrack from Bowser's Fury. And much like the original game, the soundtrack will change once you reach another part of the world. Putting music of this quality in Mario 64, or really any N64 game for that matter, is very impressive. I imagine this was done with a sophisticated audio codec which allows them to put the actual versions of pre-rendered music into the game with very little noticeable compression artifacts or quality loss, which is probably why the game is 20 megabytes large despite only having one big level. That's actually somewhat big for N64 standards, especially considering the vanilla game was many times bigger and was only 8 megabytes, just to give you a sense of how much space sound takes up when making video games. I mean, that still doesn't explain why any Call of Duty game would be more than twice the size of Red Dead Redemption 2, but again, dropped out of comp sci, so I don't know. Vacation Course is a very nicely detailed piece of work. Every subsection is very fleshed out with its own enemies and challenges. Luigi made a cobblestone furnace, there's a Bob-omb relaxing in the hot spring underneath the lava world, sandy snowmen being dickheads on the bridge. The texture work is very easy on the eyes, with much more detailed and rich patterns than the base game. The beautiful sunset in the background, the warm glow of the lava, this game simply looks beautiful. The gameplay is challenging and engaging, but not so ridiculously difficult that it makes me burst blood vessels in my brain, and that is exactly what this hack is. It's relaxing. Everything about this game is fine-tuned to make it feel like a relaxing tropical vacation while also being a brief, fun platforming romp. It's like a miniature version of Super Mario Sunshine, except without all the cleaning. So I guess you could say that in that way at least, this ROM hack is better than Mario Sunshine. But don't you fucking say it. Do I recommend this game? Hell yeah I do, and that's all I gotta say about that. But tune in tomorrow around 2:30 Eastern time to hear me talk about the next game. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's very, royal.